Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear second year students, English department, both the general and elementary sections. This video is mainly dedicated to instructional technology. In the previous video, we talked about the SMARTboard, the different names for the SMARTboard, the components of the main system, how to get started with the SMARTboard. And in the previous video, we talked about the floating tools and specifically the keyboard and the notebook as two of the floating tools. In this video, we're gonna learn how to use the magic pen and how to use the screenshot tool. Let's explore together how to use each one of them. The first tool we have today in the SMARTboard is the magic pen. And the magic pen is different from the regular pens or the regular stylus we talked in the previous videos. How can we use the magic pen and what are the options available when you press on the magic pen? We have three options. First, draw a circle and the magic pen highlights what has been circled. Second, draw a rectangle and the magic pen magnifies areas inside the rectangle. Third, draw white and the magic pen is like a disappearing ink after a few seconds. You can draw or write something and the magic pen is something like an eraser. So you can draw a circle, draw a rectangle, or draw or write something, and with the magic pen you can erase what you wrote or what you drew. Okay, let's explore together in this video. Let's watch together how to use the magic pen. The second tool.
Right now I'm going to show you how to use a feature in Smart Notebook software called the Magic Pen. The Magic Pen is located on the toolbar up at top. You'll see an icon of a pen with 3 stars. And that's really because the Magic Pen has 3 different functions depending on what you do after you press the button. Now, I'm going to show you an example of this. I'm going to maximize our screen, but that's okay because you can still access the Magic Pen tool from your floating toolbar. I have a pen in my hand. On the SMARTboard, you'll see a vocabulary exercise that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vocabulary words in red. As the students look at the entire paragraph, they could read the paragraph with the words. But let's say, as a teacher, you want to draw their attention immediately to one of the specific vocabulary words. Magic Pen is going to help you do that. Let's access the Magic Pen through our toolbar by pressing the Magic Pen tool button. Now, as I draw the circle, watch what's going to happen. An instant spotlight will surround the area that I circled, which immediately draws the student's attention to that area. When you're done with that, you can hit an X. I'm going to show you how to do that from the full screen, where we have the Magic Pen icon tool on the top of the toolbar. It's the same idea. Press the icon, circle the area you want spotlighted, and there you go. The great thing about it, too, is you can then take that area and with your finger slide around your page, showing them the different vocab words out of context. When you're done, you simply hit the red X. It's the Magic Pen tool, and it really gives you a quick and easy way to direct the kids' attention to that area. Now, remember I told you it has 3 functions. That's the first function. You draw a circle or an oval, and it gives you a spotlight feature. Let's say we want the kids in the back of the room to see a certain portion of our screen, then maybe the print is too small. No problem. We're going to hit the Magic Pen tool again. Now, instead of drawing a circle, we're going to draw a rectangle around the area you want to be magnified. And look at that. As soon as you do that, you instantly have a magnifying glass area where now that passage is jumping out. When you're done with it, all you're going to do is hit the X and it goes back to normal. I'll show you how to do that one more time. Hit the magic pen tool, and wherever we draw a rectangle around, will get magnified. And at that point, you can take your magnifying portion and simply move it around the board. When you're done, hit the X and back to normal. The magic pen has a third function. Let's say we just want to have some writing on the board where we don't really need to use it for the rest of the lesson. In this case, I need to remind myself how to maybe spell the word family, but I want to see it in print. So I asked myself, oh yeah, kids, how do we spell family? F-A-M-I-L-Y. But I'm not going to use that as part of my lesson, and as you can see, it's disappearing ink. So once again, the magic pen has three tools. If you draw a circle, a spotlight. If you draw a rectangle, a magnifying glass that you can then move around to read, and a neat little feature called disappearing ink, where the ink will disappear after a couple seconds, as you see here. Gone. The magic pen tool. Just another tool within Smart Notebook software to make your lessons more dynamic, more creative.
Tool we have is the screen capture tool, and this is the icon or the sign for the screen capture tool, the one with the camera. And when you press on this button, you have four options. First one, we can capture a rectangle area. The second one is we can capture a window, we can capture an entire screen, or we can capture a freehand area. So when you press the button of the screen capture tool, you have four options. Let's watch this video together to explore how it works.
This tutorial is going to teach you how to use the screen capture tool in your SMARTboard notebook software. The screen capture tool allows you to take any image you find on the internet or that you have on your computer and export it into a new SMARTboard notebook file. And this will allow you to share these images with your class. Now to get started, you can go ahead and open up a new file in your notebook software. And on the top toolbar on the left, there is an icon that looks like a camera, and that represents the screen capture tool. In order to capture an image, you're going to left click that once, and up will pop the screen capture toolbar. Now you can drag this toolbar anywhere you want on your screen, so I'm going to drag it to the right here. And there are four different options with the screen capture tool. You can capture an image using the area capture tool, the full screen capture tool, the window capture tool, or the freehand capture tool. And I'm going to go ahead and show you an example of each of these. To start off, I'm going to minimize my notebook software by clicking on the yellow circle in the top left corner of your page. And then I'm going to go ahead and open up my web browser, in this case Mozilla Firefox. And I've already gone to four different web pages that have images I'd like to import. This first page is about Isaac Newton, and I'm going to go ahead and capture the top part of this website using the area capture tool. I'm going to left click on the area capture, and I'm going to drag this cursor over to the top left corner of my image. Then I'm going to left click and hold, and I'm going to drag down to the bottom right corner until the gray region surrounds the image I want to capture. I'm then going to let go of my click, and that image will be captured and sent to my notebook software. Now I open up my file, and there's my image. And these images can be edited in the same way that any other images have been edited in previous tutorials. I'm going to go ahead and minimize my notebook software again. I'm going to go to the second web page, which is on a poem written by Shakespeare. In this case, I want to capture everything on my screen, the entire screen. So I'm going to use the full screen capture tool. I'm going to left click once on this tool, and then it's going to capture everything I see on my screen right here and send it into my file. So if I click on my file, on my second page now, it has captured everything that was on my screen. Not only just the web page, but also my doc. And anything I could see on my screen, that's what's been captured. I'm going to go to my third web page now, which is on World War II. I'm going to show you how to use the window capture tool. I'm going to click on the window capture tool, and this camera is going to show up. And this camera will highlight in blue whatever it is that's going to be captured and sent to your document. In this case, right now, only my capture toolbar is highlighted. But if I move my mouse cursor over to the web page, it highlights the entire page. But the great thing about this tool is you can capture what's on the web page without having to capture the bottom portion of my screen there, which is my doc. If I wanted to capture my doc, I could just move my mouse over to it and it would highlight just my doc. But I just want to capture the web page. So I'm going to go on the web page and I'm going to left click once. Then I'm going to go into my file again. And now the World War II page is in my file, ready to be edited. Let's go to the final web page, which is on plant cells from Wikipedia. And I'm going to use the freehand capture tool to capture the image on the right. I'm going to click once, and you're going to see a cursor come up that's very similar to the area capture tool. And the only difference between the freehand capture tool and the area capture tool is that the freehand capture does not limit you to a rectangular region. You can cut an image out in any shape that you'd like. So you're going to find your starting point, and you're going to left click and hold, and then you're going to drag the cursor around the image. And it will start to highlight in gray whatever is going to be captured. And once you get back to the original point, you go ahead and let go of the click, and now that image will be captured into your file. Let's take a look at it. Now there's my plant file, my plant cell. So now we've imported 4 different images from 4 different websites using the 4 different options on the screen capture tool. And once again, these images can be edited just like any image from the gallery can be edited. And you were taught this in previous tutorials. So now you know how to use the screen capture tool. And you should know how to use the area capture, the full screen capture, the window capture, and the freehand capture. Our next tutorial will teach you how to use the Smart Recorder, which will allow you to record anything you're doing on your computer and then show it to your class as a movie file.